It's our first cooperative game and the first one that has a token moving on a game board. Lewis Carroll invented at least 20 games, as well as writing Alice in Wonderland. I tried to make a game that fits the theme of one event in his Alice in Wonderland story, where playing cards are painting roses red. Maybe he would have liked that we invented a game about his book. In this game, we need to make some random numbers, and we'll do it with cards. The spades, 2 through 9. Those were the cards who were the gardeners in Alice in Wonderland. On each turn, if it's your turn, you will take 4 cards, or I will do this for you if you don't have cards, and I will put them in a pattern to the right. We're going kind of this way, that way, and that way. So the highest one, then the second highest, then the next one, and then the smallest. We'll treat that as two-digit numbers and then subtract them. On the game board, which is on this page, you're going to move your piece to the closest number to what we got subtracting. And then you can paint any 2 roses that are next to you. So if you are on the 40, you could paint these roses or these roses, but not the ones that are too far away for you to reach. Make sense? That's the team progress. We're just going to take these roses and put them on the white roses. However, there's a time limit. If the revealed cards include the 2 and the 3, then the queen also moves. So she starts over here and she's going to move when you see a 2 and a 3. So can we paint all the roses before the queen gets all the way done on her path? Make sense? I'm going to get rid of 1 rose bush, partly to make things go faster because we're in class, and partly so that I can have some space to write our subtraction problems. So who are my 4 players? There's more than 4 of you. Why don't we have Kevin and Miranda be a team, because they're in the same room. You can be red. Who hasn't been doing stuff yet today? And I can give you some subtraction for you to do at home. And then you just call out the answer. Hayden says he's making dinner. That's perfectly legal at 7 o'clock. Do you want to try, April?
Oh.
Josie's? Okay. How
Sure,
about,
I'll do one.
you'll do one? Okay, I will give you green. April, Savannah, do you want to be part of this?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Okay, yellow or blue?
Blue.
Blue, okay. I think Savannah did some of the moving around earlier. And she is quiet. Okay, and yellow is a little hard to see. So for all those reasons, we'll just do 3 people. Okay, Kevin and Miranda, I have shuffled the cards. I am dealing out 4 in that pattern. And we have 92 minus 47. So everyone try that with some paper at home. And tell me where I should move the red pawn. What number is that closest to? How do you make the pieces move? You use the select arrow there and you can just grab them. What did you get for 92 minus 47? Okay, I see it in the text chat. So I'm going to say I need more than 2 ones. These 2 ones aren't big enough to take away 7. I can change my 9 into an 8. And then I have 12 ones. 12 minus 7 is 5. 8 minus 4 is 4. So I got 45. Does 45 round to 40 or 50? What does the 5 tell us to do? 50, I see somebody mark. Okay, so I'm going to grab the red one and put it on 50. You want to color roses, Kevin and Miranda, to your right or your left? You're pointing that way. Is that left or does things get reversed in Zoom like a mirror? Right. Okay, there we go. You can move the roses yourself if you want. And that was the first turn. Did we roll a 2 and a 3? No, so the queen stays still. Now I'll shuffle the cards again. Josie, you're next in the list. I turn over 4 cards because you don't have your own cards. 93 minus 58. Does the queen move? No, because we don't have a 2 and a 3. What number does Josie's green token go to?
I got 35.
35. That looks right to me.
Which one? Oh, I'm green. Okay.
You're green.
So, oh, I can't even move. Oh, there we go. So I would go like 40, right?
Yep, go to 40. And then move 2 red roses to either of the bushes next to you. So far, the gardeners are doing great. Let me real quick, since I'm the teacher, do this problem over here. I don't have enough ones with the 3, so I'll make it a 13. Where do I get that from? I take my 9 and I make it an 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. 13 minus 8 is 5. And we've got 35, just like Josie said. Okay, April, you are blue. Do you have cards or should I set down cards for you to make the number? No, okay, I will set down cards. $83 minus 45. Does the queen move? No, we don't have both the 2 and the 3 out. I'm seeing some answers in text chat. Let's check it and see. I need more ones. The 3 isn't big enough to take away 5. So I can make it a 13 with 10. Where did I get that 10 from? From the 8, which is now a 7. 13 minus 5 is 8. 7 minus 4 is 3, 38. That rounds up to 40. So April, your piece is also on 40. Can you move roses, or do you want to tell me left or right of where to put some roses? You get 2. We can have you get another one. Okay, not much of a game, but it's the best I could come up with for practicing subtraction. Some of these games you've seen I invent, some of them I don't. I'm going to move on. We could always do this more if you want more subtraction practice, but I think we have more interesting things we can do. There's a chapter in the book called The Pool of Tears, and Alice is trying to remember something that she calls her multiplication tables, but they're obviously not really multiplication tables. She says 4 and 5 is 12, 4 and 6 is 13, 4 and 7 is 14. Oh dear, I shall never get to 20 at that rate. Why does she say she'd never get to 20? Because she was the type of student that would memorize math facts going up to 12s. Have any of you had to memorize multiplication tables up to 12s, or your kids have had to? So if she was going up to 12 with that pattern, then it is true, she wouldn't get to 20. Let's try it and see. 4 and 5 with whatever this was, that's not multiplying, was 12. And if it goes up by 1 each time, then yes, on the 12s table, she'd only get to 19. She will never get to 20. What math is she actually doing, though? So we need to find out what she's doing. And I've given you clues here. Something will happen as the first step, going from 5 to some other number. And then you add 2 and you get to 12. Then the same thing happens as the first step. And then you add less and you get to 13. And the same thing happens and you add 0 and you get to 14. And this middle row goes down 1 each time. So you can figure out what she's doing to these numbers as the first step. That's the same always. It's the same process. And then try and finish the table. As another way to think about things, then in Alice in Wonderland, there's hidden math. What stories do you know that have some hidden math? Or you could do some more research about the math that's hidden in Alice in Wonderland. In my opinion, the best part was about the Mad Hatter's watch, because he comments that the watch is 2 days wrong. And he also is looking at the watch, and Alice peeks at it at the tea party and says, "What a curious watch. It tells you the month, but not the hour." So what is his watch about? The story reveals in 2 different places. It happens on May 4th, which is the birthday of Alice Little, who he was telling it to. And the story was written in the year 1862. And on that day, then the calendar day was exactly 2 days ahead of the lunar months, right? Because the lunar months are shorter than the calendar days. So the Mad Hatter's watch is 2 days off because he has a lunar calendar watch somehow, rather than an hours of the day watch.